Good morning, students. I hope your Tuesday morning is going well. Hope you've had a great beginning of this week. Well, we are now in week 6 of exploring the New Testament together. And so your week 6 assignments went live yesterday morning. So those are now available for you for this week. This week is going to be the same as it has been in the previous weeks. You'll have 4 assignments due: your unit quiz, your discussion, reflection, and your accomplishment paper. So those are going to be the 4 assignments that will be due for you this week. Now your week 4 assignments have been graded and returned to you with feedback, so please make sure that you are going into the scoring rubrics to be able to see the feedback that's been provided for you, ways that you're doing well on your assignments or ways that you can improve. I've mentioned this before, but I typically try to put feedback for you on the main kind of main feedback page whenever you go into your assignments, but then to kind of look at individual sections within the scoring rubric, you actually have to go into the rubric. So just encourage you to make sure that you're doing that so that you're basically able to get the best score that you can on your assignments, and then to see if there's any specific area that you can improve on. As I've mentioned before, please make sure that you're following the instructions of the assignments. Hopefully by now you've been able to see and understood that you're not only are you answering your questions as you're being asked in your assignments, but you're also doing those connected with the requirements in the scoring rubric. So if you're leaving out one of the requirements in the scoring rubric, then more than likely you're going to get an unsatisfactory on one of those sections. And typically one of those sections, if you get an unsatisfactory, for instance, I'll just say on your accomplishment paper, if not including your discussion or application questions, it's almost a 4-point deduction just by leaving that out. And so you could think in regards to your accomplishment paper that if you don't include discussion and application questions, then really you're starting out almost at a 36 out of 40. And when you break that down, really a 36 is the lowest part of an A for an assignment, at least with the accomplishment paper. So just by not including that requirement, you're starting out almost right at the lower end of an A, meaning that you really can't miss hardly any more points for the assignment if you're wanting to get an A on that paper. So just wanted to make sure that I'm emphasizing that please make sure that you are not only thoroughly answering the questions for each one of the assignments, but you're also fulfilling those requirements in the scoring rubric. And again, we're in week 6 right now. We've got 3 weeks to go in the course. There's still time there that if you're looking at your grade and thinking, okay, how can I get better? How can I improve my grade? Making sure that you are thoroughly answering the questions and fulfilling those requirements in the scoring rubric is a great way to do that. And then also making sure that you are completing the word requirements as well, that you're not losing points there just by not fulfilling the word requirements for the assignments, and that you are properly citing your papers as well. And again, if you have any questions at all about your feedback, ways to improve, please do reach out to me with those questions. Another thing I would mention here at the very beginning, that if you're looking at your grades and you're seeing that there's maybe an assignment that you have that has not been graded yet, here we are in week 6, and maybe you've got an assignment from week 4 that hasn't been graded yet, or maybe week 3, and you're wondering, why is that the case? Please do check your email. More than likely, I have sent an email to you with the question about your assignment and just waiting to get a response back from you before I do grade that assignment. So please, follow up with me if there is an assignment that has not been graded for you at this point. Now, getting into this week's assignments, week 6, you're going to be reading 3 different articles from the ESV, I should say. 2 of those are introduction, so one from the introduction of the book of Ephesians and the book of 1 Timothy, and then you're going to be reading a section on biblical doctrine. So that's where your assigned reading in regards to articles is going to be coming from this week. And then your scripture reading is going to be coming from the book of Ephesians and then the book of 1st and 2nd Timothy. So that's going to be where you're going to be reading the scriptures from this week. And as I've mentioned before, as you're reading your assigned passages, making sure that you're reading the footnotes that are connected with those verses. The footnotes provide information to help you have a better understanding of the verse that you're reading or the overall context of the passage. And then again, it's going to take you to other books in the Bible that will also strengthen those points as well. So just want to make sure that I emphasize to you the importance of reading the footnotes and the information that provides for you. Now, in regards to supplemental resources, there are a couple articles that are available for you. And again, those are not assigned reading, but that's there to be able to assist you with your assignments. And then there's a video lecture this week on the spiritual armor of God that's there to be able to help you with your accomplishment assignment for this week. Now, in regards to your assignments, again, you're going to have your unit quiz and your discussion. Your discussion is really going to be focused around 1 Timothy chapter 3, looking about the qualifications for biblical leadership, primarily the role of the pastor and kind of the requirements that the Apostle Paul laid out for those that God calls into the pastorate. And so that's where your discussion is going to be focused around this week, is really looking at leadership qualities and your reflection and your accomplishment for this week are both going to be coming from the book of Ephesians. And so with your reflection this week, you're going to be looking at Ephesians chapter 5 and kind of the three relationships that Paul addresses in that section and how the gospel affects each of those. And so that's where your reflection is going to be focused on this week. And then also your accomplishment paper is going to be coming from Ephesians chapter 6 as well, looking at the spiritual armor of God. And so that's where your assignments are going to be the primary focus of for this week. And so again, if you do have questions at all about your assignments for this week, please reach out to me with those questions. If I do need to get another communication to you this week, I will either post another video or I'll use the course message center to be able to get a correspondence to you. With that, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and a great rest of your week, and look forward to connecting with you all again soon.